Flutterflow versus Adalo. You're going to be learning three things: the features, the pricing, and which one I would use to build my next app. Flutterflow allows you to create native apps visually. With Adalo, you can create native and web apps without code. Let's look at the key features. For Flutterflow, you can create the app design and development all with one tool. So you don't need to build it out or use Sketch or Figma to look at how it's going to be visually. You can do that all right here. Some of the things I can be using for the features: I can add animation, I can have push notifications, which is really good, light and dark mode, and using chat and group chat. The other thing that stands out with Flutterflow, you can really build it with your team. So you can start looking at the editing process and have different team members be able to manage the project and be able to really collaborate while you're building this app out. And a plus, you can export clean code. This is a thing that a lot of people in the comment section ask all the time. Can you actually export your code? Flutterflow is in the head of the pack being able to do that. What I would first focus on: what do you need? What are you trying to build? In the comment section down below, let me know what you're trying to build. Then I would head over to the showcase section for Flutterflow, and that will allow you to see other projects to either give you inspiration of or look for exact examples of what kind of features or components you want in your app. More on this section later in the video when we really dive in. The other section I would look at Flutterflow to look at the features they have, I would look at 2021 in review. It's about a year old, so it's really important to look at what Flutterflow has been able to accomplish over the last year. It also shows you the features that they launched, including run mode, custom functionality, more than 40 widgets, push notifications, building APKs, chat and group messaging, search, animations, custom widgets, OpenAI, and the list goes on and on. So right there, that allows you to understand how they're growing, how fast that they're moving, and it shows you different features that might be interesting to you based on what kind of app that you're trying to create. Now let's take a look at the key features for Adalo. For Adalo, this is broken up into three main areas. Number one, the components, where you can drag and drop reusable building blocks for your app. So just imagine this is the visual, this is the front end, how it's going to look and feel for your app. Next, we look at the actions. This allows you to see how the app is going to work together and how it really interacts with different information with the app. And the database is where it stores its information. Think about this as the memory bank of your app. That's the database. For the drag and drop components, you can have lists, payments, forms, navigation, charts, buttons, text, and more. I would just first, if I'm looking at the components, what do you need for your app? Instead of thinking about all these different things that you can just go gung-ho about this, you have to really first, if you're just starting out the MVP version, the minimal viable product, what do you need for your app? And this is important because it will allow you to decide, is this going to be a good platform for me? Does it have everything I'm looking for to execute and launch my app? Next, we're looking at the dynamic actions. This includes push notifications, linking to pages, so you can actually visually tell Adalo which pages you're going to be moving to based on the different actions of the users, login permissions, create and update data, and you can also have Zapier integration and native device actions. Zapier allows you to connect to more than 1,500 other apps in just a few moments, being able to have automation in store. If you're not familiar with Zapier, there are other videos that we've done talking about this, but simply put, this allows you to automate all the boring things. Next, we have the database, and I will say Adalo probably has the best documentation to explain different types of relations and what that means and how database interacts with different information and how that's structured. So check out the documentation from Adalo, but simply put, this allows you to structure your data in different ways easily. So instead of trying to think about like what is a one-to-one relation or a one-to-many, they make it very easy and good examples to see what kind of databases and how it's going to be constructed. It gives you all of that information. And based on the template that you choose, it's going to already structure your database in the right way so you don't have to start from scratch. Let's look at pricing. To begin with Flutterflow, you can start for free. It allows you to have 50 plus pre-built components, custom widgets, Firebase integration, screen templates, run mode, custom functions, third-party integrations, and team collaboration. Now, if you have any questions on what any of those things means in the terms, what I really like is you can scroll over this little icon here, and then it gives you a little bit more detail of what this means for each of these things. One of the things I would point out, run mode allows you to create an online version of your app, complete with live data. You can test the full functionality of your app, no emulated needed. I really like that because that allows you to really experience your app, test it out, see what's working, what's not working for you, what you want to change, and it's pretty simple. For third-party integrations, you can have Braintree, PayPal to process payments. You can have Google AdMob for monetization in your app with in-app advertisements. That's huge, especially if you're going to be launching a free app and you're going to need money from advertisers instead, or advertisement instead. This allows you to have another stream of income for your app that you're delivering. Moving over to standard plan, you can have everything in the free plan, plus you can download the APK. So you can build and download the APK file that lets you install the app on a real Android device directly from the browser. And one of my favorites, the highlight, you can download your source code. So if you're ever thinking, hey, you know what if I want to move? I don't want to be locked into this platform. Again, at the standard plan, you can download your source code, which is excellent. Next up, to the Pro plan, you can deploy to the Apple Store and Play Store. You can have custom APIs, GitHub integration, and Firebase Content Manager. I would be looking at this after I did an MVP with the standard plan, and then once I've done some testing and I'm ready and I'm going to do an official launch, then I would look at the Pro plan. Depending on what kind of app you're trying to build, the Pro plan could have a lot of advantages for you, including you can have custom APIs and GitHub integration. Again, depends on what you're going to do and also how familiar you are with GitHub and APIs. This is something to consider. Let's look at the pricing for Adalo. For Adalo, you can start for free. You can have unlimited apps, publish to an Adalo domain. You will have Adalo branding, and you have a limit to 50 records per app. Limited to 50 records just depends on what you're trying to store in your app. It could be 50 rows of data about a certain person. So it would be Mary, Bob, John, whatever. Each row is one person, or it could be a directory where it could be a salon, a massage therapy place, and it goes on and on. That's all the records could be. Depends on what kind of app you're trying to create. It could be very limiting based on what kind of app you're trying to create. But again, it's free, so that's something to consider. And if I'm going to be testing out if people want it, or I'm just allowing people to experience the app, I can do something with 50 rows, but it's going to be limiting. There's no getting around that. If you go to the Pro plan, that's going to be $50. It's going to have unlimited apps published to the Apple and Google stores. Okay, so that's going to start at $50. Published to a custom web domain, connect to external data collections. This allows you, if you're going to be using Xano, backendless, whatever, you're going to be able to have a third party where it can connect. You can trigger unlimited custom actions. So what it does in the app, you can have unlimited. It has 5 gigs of data storage. Okay, that's good. And 1 seat, which is the app builder. For $200, that's going to be the business plan. That's going to be as you're scaling. Really, the difference between Pro and Business is the storage, because instead of 5 gigs, you now get 20 gigs of storage. You get 5 seats, so now you can collaborate with your team. And then you have a dedicated account manager. That's at $200. Depends on where you are. Are you building an MVP, or are you trying to scale your business? That's something to consider for Adalo. After looking at Flutterflow versus Adalo, which one would I choose? It depends. Okay, honestly, if I'm looking at pure features and where I would look for scalability, I'm going to go with Flutterflow. But this depends on your level, like what your expertise level, can you build all of those things, and like where are you if you're just testing out the idea and you're just getting people on board, or if you're looking to scale this. Let's back up. For Flutterflow, I would almost put this at the high end of closer to low code because the learning curve is pretty steep on Flutterflow. I would keep it around the learning curve of around Bubble or something like that, because you need to understand the methodology, how you're going to be building, and understand the structure of putting things together. It's just going to take time. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just going to take more time. The reward of using Flutterflow is, number one, the team is constantly building. There's a lot of things that you can be doing, and based on their showcase and experts, you're going to be able to decide, is this right for you? Do you need to hire someone, or do you need to start looking in the documentation to really understand more for you to take this to the next level? There's a lot of things to consider with Flutterflow. With Adalo, we have had a lot of clients use it for their MVPs or for people to visualize what's going on, and it's easy for them to build it out. What are the downsides of it? We're going to just be real here, guys. This is what we do. This is reviews. When you're having a lot of data, if you're using external or you're using Adalo, it has known to be very slow, very slow. After trying to reach out to the team for Adalo and talking to other people to understand when this is going to change, it is on the roadmap. This has been more than a year plus that we've been talking about this in the comments, talking to different ones. That's something to consider. Now, I will say, talking about just shipping it, a lot of people are like, oh, if it doesn't have that, I'm out. Well, have you even validated your idea? A lot of people haven't even gotten to that point. So if you want to move quickly and just get visually what you're trying to do, I don't see Adalo being a problem. If you're looking for it to scale, then I would be looking at Flutterflow long-term in that capacity. This is something new that I've seen with Flutterflow. Flutterflow now has their experts as well. Now, they're not cheap, but guess what? They're professionals. You want to have the best, right? So you can also go to their experts with Flutterflow if you're feeling, yes, I think this is something I want to do long-term, but maybe I want someone to build it out and then I'm going to be marketing it. What are you going to do? Do you want to be building and marketing? Do you want to learn this so you can be skilled and be another expert? That's something to consider with Flutterflow. I talked about this earlier in the video, but looking at examples of what people have created with Flutterflow, I really like this. And you can look at the view, you can run the app to see how it interacts and really allow you to see what's possible. And you can decide to use it as a template to get started with your own projects. That's something to consider. For Adalo, they also have experts. Go to Adalo experts to check that out. And if you are interested in what it can do, there's other components of what Adalo can do. You can check out their marketplace as well to see what's going on and if there are features that are perfect for you for your project. In the comment section down below, let me know what you're working on. And if you're looking for different streams of income to make money for a side hustle or a business, remember, we have a video right here that will teach you the 6 ways to make money online right now. If you like these kind of videos, make sure that you like and subscribe. We do this every single week. I'll see you in the next video.